Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A warm welcome to all of you to the Season 3, Episode 4 of the Power Hour titled Firewalls and Feelings. I, Zara Shah, and I have with me Ms. Rashmi Ruge, your host for today's session. I would like to start with a few lines that I thought would throw light on today's topic. Screens are glowing day and night, messages flashing blue and bright. We lock our phones with codes so tight, but leave our thoughts without a fight. A single click, a careless tap, can lead us straight into a trap. Not every link is what it seems, not every smile is what it means. Hackers search for one weak gate, one small pause, one moment's haste. So build your firewall strong and wise, not just for data, but for lives. Pause, think, breathe, decide. Let logic always be your guide. Through today's session, we invite you on a journey of awareness in a hyper-connected world where we live both online and offline. While firewalls protect our devices, we must also protect our minds from negativity, cyberbullying, and digital harm. Technology is powerful, but without responsibility, it can easily be misused. To help us understand this balance between technology and emotions, we are honored to have distinguished guests who bring knowledge, experience, and real world insight to this conversation. Joining us today are experts in cybersecurity who will guide us on how devices can be protected from digital threats, and counseling psychotherapists who will shed light on protecting our mental well being in this online space.
Our first guest is Mr. Chandraprakash Sankar. He is an experienced cybersecurity consultant, freelance trainer, and CEO of Hackers Infotech with a strong background in IT operations, cybersecurity project management, and leadership. With expertise in ethical hacking and digital forensics, he has worked with government organizations, corporates, and educational institutions. His professional journey reflects a blend of technical proficiency and strategic thinking, enabling him to implement cybersecurity solutions while also contributing to organizational growth. He has led projects and mentored teams across the sectors, including Tata Stripe and MBIF. A certificate a certified cybersecurity expert, he trains professionals and students to promote awareness and improvement. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Moving on to our next guest, Ms. Raghavi Mani. Ms. Raghavi Mani is a senior system engineer at Infosys who also passionately pursues psychology with a master's degree in applied psychology and certifications in life coaching, NLP, and counseling. She blends her technical expertise with a deep interest in mental health and personal growth. She has gained international exposure as an organizational psychologist in Brazil, reflecting her global perspective and commitment to continuous learning. Beyond her corporate role, she is the founder and CEO of Raghavi's Counseling Center, where she works as a psychologist, life coach, and a motivational speaker. Her awards and recognitions highlight her dedication, positive impact, making her an inspiring example of combining professional success with meaningful social contribution. We are delighted to welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Let us now begin the question answer round. My first question is to Mr. Chandraprakash. Sir, the word hacking often creates curiosity and fear. What does it actually mean? And what does an ethical hacker do behind the scenes?
Okay. Good morning, all. So, hacking. We thought hacking is always is a miserable one, but actually we have other term called ethical hacking is there. So, whenever the crime scene is happened, some cyber frauds is happened, the policeman cannot able to think like Mahatma Gandhi like that. So they have to think like a criminal. So what are the things they done it, what are the strategy they use to stole money, or else they use the strategy to crash the server, crash the database, something like that. They have to think about that, and based on that, they have to start the investigation. So for that, we need that offensive and defensive knowledge. So that is the thing we have to understand what is ethically hacking. So hacking is always, it's like we thought like how is always it's like a crime. So but we have another term called ethical hacking. Whenever you are unauthorized access into your computer, means another person computer, or else the mobile phone, even the mobile phone, you are taking my mobile phone and you are just putting my pin, you are guessing this is the pin, as you know my pin, but you didn't get my permission and you are unlocking my phone. That is called hacking. So unauthorizedly accessing into the computer, there is a database or a network, even the wi-fi, school or college wi-fi, we thought we have to connect with the internet. For that we are trying to connect with the internet, getting our password somewhere else, and we are doing that. That is also called hacking. Ethically hacking in the sense we are just want to understand our network security. For the network security we have to do some assessment. For that we can able to get the permission from the principal or correspondent, something like that. In the college or school days or school scenario, we have to get the permission. We can do penetration testing with helping with the ethical hacking tools. That is not illegal thing. So if you are doing this kind of activity, this will be illegal. That is a punishable offense as well. It will leads to as a cyber criminal as well. So unauthorized access is called hacking, and authorized access called it's ethical hacking. This is the thing, man.
Thank you for simplifying the concept of hacking and giving us a clear understanding of the role of an ethical hacker. Miss Ragvi, our first question for you. A teenager feels happy and confident when their post gets many likes, but becomes withdrawn and irritable when they receive little attention. How does this dependence on digital validation affect the emotional stability?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. Good morning, all. So basically, when the teenager or like an adolescent post their social media pictures in social media, they get low attention or low likes. They feel very withdrawal. So in psychology, there is something called identity formation. Especially in every stage of life, we will be undergoing some psychological process. Identity formation is nothing but it happens in adolescence and teenage. So, what is this identity formation? It is just answering the question, "Who am I?" This "Who am I" questions comes from your ability, your strength, your potential, your achievements, from success and failures, the way you see the world and the world sees you. This is the things where our identity gets formed. So nowadays we started to depend on social media by posting some photos or videos, and when we get good like, we form our identity like I'm best. If we didn't get a good like, we started to think that I'm not worth to it. So social media is becoming the prime source of feedback nowadays, where it feels like it's just an outer layer. But you know what? It creates a stronger impact among teenagers and adolescents. Because in this age, it is not a right age to understand that a social media is a platform where we get a good comments and also a bad comments. So, people who is in particularly with teenage age, they don't have that filter to filter those things. They will take it very personal and they form that as an identity. They think that I'm not good enough, I'm not worth enough. People started giving me low attention, so I'm not enough to prove myself. This is what they used to think. If you want to tell me an example, I like this because I enjoy doing this. This is what our identity gets formed. But nowadays, I like this because people is giving me attention. This is like we have two sentences which make a huge difference in our identity. I have a real time example case where she is 16-year-old kid. She was very good at drawing, painting. She had very interest from her childhood. And her cousin introduced her a social media, and she started posting her pictures in the social media, her drawing pictures and artwork. She's very talented. Initially, she started getting good comments, good likes, and also some portraits were given to her, and she started earning from the social media as well. But one day, she got some abusive comments, hurtful comments, and she stopped it immediately. we don't have the filter that okay, good comments is also from the social media, bad comments is also from the social media. But in this teenage, we take it as very personal. She quit drawing, she quit her artwork. Even the moment I saw her, she told me that I'm failure, I'm not going to school anymore. Then we counseled her for so long time. It took so much of strength to bring her back. It took so much of strength to bring her confidence back. So the social media likes, this external validation makes a huge impact in kids' emotional stability. So it's better to avoid social media till 18. It's not, we have good things, bad things, everything is good, but we are not supposed to post. And this attention is like a permanent, it's not a permanent attention, it's just a temporary attention. When your internal things, your identity is anchored by the external likes or shares, it will be collapsed at any time. So I just request the teenagers and adolescents to form their identity based on their capacity, based on their potential, not by someone's like or share. Because we know the power, and to the teenagers, you're like more than what you think. So never depend on someone's like or share. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was truly insightful and helped us understand both the emotional impact and the ways to support and recover from such situations.
Our next question to you, Mr. Chandraprakash. Sir, in today's rapidly growing virtual world, what do you think is the biggest digital threat students face and how can they protect it?
Yes, ma'am. I will continue with Raghavi's points as well from that. So today's very biggest study is like a peer pressure. So people are in colleges, schools, everywhere the peer pressure is there. Even my colleagues also having some peer pressure. For example, I can say like I'm taking picture and I'm posting my Instagram post. So the same thing my friend is also doing. So I'm getting comments and likes very low, but he's getting very good comments. But he's not look like more smarter than me. But even my confidence level is going low. For that, I'm doing any joke kind of activity. For example, he is doing some activity based on that he's getting likes and comments. The followers also increasing. So today, people are whenever the people are using the Instagram or Facebook, the followers is very identical particular thing is that. So if you have a 1k or 10k followers, you like a very big star in the particular room or as a particular crowd. We thought we just want to like a superstar. So this kind of activity will leads to some other ways. We have to achieve a lot in a career way or something like that, but even we didn't concentrate on that. We will focus on followers, increasing the followers, increasing a friend count. Lots of friends is there in a Facebook. How many of you know about your friend list? All you know the people. It's always 50 or 60% is unknown persons, like unknown friends is there. So there's unknown friends, unknown person in your chat list, unknown friends in your stories tagline, something like that. It will lead to some other ways, because the criminal always think in a different way. For example, they will chat with you after 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, something like that. That time we will feel very low about our energy. We cannot able to take a proper decisions. So if the unknown person will chat with you in a particular time, and every time they are liking your post, for example, randomly they are liking your post is common, but yeah, they are eagerly waiting for your post, and they are commenting in your post, and they are liking your post. Always they are tagging, and always they are trying to speak with you after 10 o'clock. That time, as a psychologically, we will feel very low, and we had just want to go to sleep. We cannot able to take a proper decisions. So I deal with many cases nearby cities and nearby states. There, the common term will be mentioned in a FIR copy, that will be after 10 o'clock, after 11 o'clock, who are surfacing in the internet. The criminal will target that kind of peoples. So we have to identify who are the friends in our Facebook friend list. They are truly we know the person or not, and this is the original account or the fake account. We have to cross check once or twice, and we should not concentrate on the followers. We have to increase the followers. we have to increase the Facebook friends list, something like that. We should not concentrate. That is a very big threat, because we are allowing into our home unknown people, all unknown people. We are inviting our home and we are making friends with them. That is always, it's a red flags. So if you know the persons personally, then you are making them in a Facebook friend and Instagram followers is absolutely good. If you, until and unless if you have the Facebook account or Instagram account, especially for business purpose, commercial purpose, that is something different. The personal account should be clean and clear every time.
Thank you, sir. That really helps us understand the key threats and how we can stay protected.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Raghavi, we would like to know from you. A 15-year-old student becomes withdrawn, anxious, and avoids school after classmates create a fake profile to post edited images and hurtful comments. As a psychologist, how would you handle this situation?
Yes, thank you for the question, ma'am. Actually, the moment you asked this question, I remember one case study, which is a real case, where she is 15-year-old. She doesn't have like a Facebook or Instagram account. She just had a WhatsApp she used for some school purpose. She had some groups, but her group of classmates took her profile picture from the WhatsApp, edited it in an inappropriate way, and posted in social media with some humiliating content. The post gets shared, liked even by her classmates, and it started creating a trouble in her own life. She doesn't speak up with her parents or she doesn't speak up with her teachers. She kept quiet for so long. She faced so much of bullying in school, and you know what? She ended up in committing suicide. So this is the worst case that can happen to the students. We are not aware of these things, like what social media or what mobile phone is doing to us. Luckily, she is good now. She gained her confidence back. The problem here is not only with the post or like humiliating contents. It is also a painful thing, but the more pain is our thoughts. When these things is getting happened, our logical brain shuts down, our emotional brain takes a part. So the moment she saw that post, she started questioning herself. What is wrong with me? Am I supposed to go to school? Can I inform my parents? Will people accept me? What will my teachers talk about me? She started questioning herself again and again and again, and this is what we call it as psychological loop. This loop will never get ended. This is like a thought loop all the teenagers undergo when this was the situation. And there is something called internalization. Her logical brain knows that it's not her fault. It's not the girl's wrong, but her emotional brain thinks that I'm wrong. So this is what we call it as internalization. Someone's cruelty becomes our self identity. It's not her fault, it's someone's cruelty, but one day it becomes her self identity. It end up with most worst conditions like panic attack, anxiety, fear of judgment, even they broke themselves. And this is the worst case that can happen. If this was the case, as a psychologist, we prioritize the students' thoughts and feelings. And I would strongly tell students, if you're facing such kind of incidents, stop responding or immediately reacting to it. You can take a screenshot, just block, report. Please talk to your parents or teachers or even to your school counselor or therapist, or even to your well wishers. Please open up about this. Usually, students ask me, if I tell this, that would be a huge problem. Dear students, try to understand, if you're even not telling this, it is going to be a huge problem. This, if you're telling this, we can handle it, but you are letting it to go, it would be a huge problem. Then you're opening up, we have to take care of your mental health. On also, simultaneously, the practical things like filing a case will also go ahead. It will affect the student's mind in a very bad way. So the moment you saw these things in somewhere in social media about humiliating contents about yourself, please open up to any one of the peoples who is very well wisher for you. If you're not feeling comfort or if you're feeling judged by others, you can directly contact Indian helpline number. There is a child Indian helpline number 1098. I repeat, 1098 is an Indian child helpline number. Please feel free to call and please file your complaints if you're feeling unsafe at anywhere, even in your home. So cyberbullying is not just affecting your confidence; it just broke you. So please be aware, but prioritize yourself. This is the place where you want to be confident enough because you have done nothing. That's not about your fault. Don't feel guilty over yourself. Please come. Please file a complaint. At least rise up to your parents or teachers.
That was a very insightful explanation of how digital validation impacts emotional well being. It truly reminds us to be mindful of our online habits. Thank you for that perspective.
Coming to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Red flags are early warning signs that something online may be fake, unsafe, or a scam. They may seem small at first, but recognizing them early can prevent serious loss or emotional harm. So, how can we identify them?
The first red flags already I told you, like the unknown friends in online. So sometimes we will get the followers rapidly increased. For example, today I post and tomorrow I will get lots of likes and comments into the particular video or a post, something like that. We have to understand that what is that, because I have friends like 1,000 friends in my followers, or else Facebook friends or Instagram followers. So approximately I can get mostly 50 to 60%. That means 500 likes I can get. But if it is going more than 10,000 like 20,000 likes, we have to concentrate, because someone is sharing that to anywhere else, or else the people are doing any activity over with my account. We have to turn on the two-step verification in my social media accounts. We have to concentrate on that. Somebody are using something in somewhere else in the world. We have to cross check where are the which are the devices are using particular account, something like that. So first red flags is there. Second red flags will be like uh, the concentration of the people to getting the likes and comments we are sharing with the new friends, new tags. So this is another red flags, so we have to concentrate. And third will be like unknown persons they're following. If you are clicking the particular profile, it is created by yesterday only. You can cross check the particular profile. They didn't post anything. This is zero one only, but they have followers. Again, you are going to there, that is also zero post, but it's look like similar to your friend profile, the same friend name. For example, Raghavi name is there, psychologist is now name is there. So we thought this like similar to Raghavi, but we have to ensure that it is especially in Raghavi, or else it is something different. And you have to accept the friend request when you cross check that account is clean and clear, or else it is suspicious. We should not accept that. That's the third red flag, man. We have to concentrate initial stage, then only we cannot able to affect this kind of cyber issues. Otherwise, then it will lead to some other else. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for those practical and valuable pointers, sir. They will
Thank you.
surely help students identify red flags and stay safe online.
Yes.
Our next question is for you, Ms. Raghavi. How can students manage overthinking and negative thoughts? How to cope with anger, sadness, or frustration? Will self talk be helpful?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So this overthinking is being a part of our life nowadays. If I ask someone what is your major problem, everyone, not only the students, but everyone tells me, oh, overthinking is a problem. So let me tell you what overthinking is. Usually, our brain is designed in the way to think ahead, to think about the problems, to solve the problems, to predict the problems. But it is just a thinking process. When it crosses the borders, this is what we call it as overthinking. Let me tell you the truth as a psychologist. Our brain, our mind is not a truth teller, it's a storyteller. It's keep telling you so much of stories that never tell you the truth. A brain is processed, it is designed in that way. So we must be aware that how to stop it and take control over our thoughts. Maybe I can tell you few techniques to break the loop. The moment you realize that you're overthinking about some situations, just break the loop, just give a pass, ask this question to yourself. Is this thought helpful or hurting me? If the answer is yes, go for a walk, listen to some music, take a sip of water, avoid environment, get back to some other environment that can break this overthinking loop. Second thing you can do is some grounding techniques. If you're stuck in some classrooms or even traveling, if you're stuck in some room, you can do this very useful technique which regulates your nervous system. This is what we call it as 5-4-3-2-1 technique. If you are inside the room, search for five objects. Just look around you, search for five objects. If you have some objects near you, touch and feel the four objects. Hear some different three sounds, two different smell, and have a sip of water. So we are just regulating all our senses, and that regulates your nervous system. This brings back you to the reality, and you escape from that daydreaming and overthinking. If it is going extreme, the overthinking is going extreme, I want you to write it down. Just don't chase those thoughts, write it down. You will get a better clarity. And negative thinking, ma'am, the negative thoughts, as you mentioned, it is taking a huge impact in students' life. Students, don't think about red car. The moment I told every one of you imagined about the red car, right? Because our mind never stops or never agrees that we should stop some thinking. So when you suppress, it comes out in a very larger way. So never suppress your thoughts or a process. Just write it down. Think whether it is helping you, it is hurting you. Is this 100% true? Is I'm getting useful through this thought. If you can process these things, if you can rephrase or remake a sentence. For example, when I think I'm a failure because I failed in past exams, I want you to replace this sentence with some positive affirmations like, yes, I failed in past exams, but that cannot define my potential. If this sentence is going to make you very confident, this both is an overthinking, but instead of thinking in a negative way, we can overthink in a positive way. We can never stop thinking. So overthink in a positive way. And fear, sadness, frustration is going to be a process of your life. Sadness, everything is going to be a process of our life. We have to deal with it. And I want to tell students, sadness is not a weak emotion. Please never suppress your emotions. As a psychologist, I'm seeing people who suppressed their emotions, and in worst case, they are ending with some mental illness. So it's good to talk about your feelings. It's good to cry. Even it doesn't matter what gender you are. Please cry if you feel to cry. Express to someone. Open up to someone. Talk to someone. You feel very slave. So sometimes we criticize ourselves. So self-criticize becomes the worst part in our life. Instead of self-criticize, if you can talk to yourself, self-talk is not a process. It is it brings you a mental toughness. I recommend students or even the adults to go for a self-talk. See the mirror, talk something positively, get some affirmations even from your chat GPT, or you can create your own affirmation. Go for it. Daily practice in stand in front of the mirror. Practice those affirmations. That brings lot of changes in your life. So I recommend self-talk, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. That was very helpful and relatable for all of us.
Our next question to you, Mr. Chandraprakash.
Yes, ma'am.
If a student unknowingly clicks a suspicious link, gets their social media account hacked, or faces cyberbullying or blackmail online, what immediate steps should they take and where can they seek help?
Okay, ma'am. So thank you for so much for this particular question, because I just want to inform you that prevention is best than cure. Before clicking, you can go to, for example, if I send any particular messages in a WhatsApp or as email, and so many mails will come as in a spam or in our main inbox. But especially in WhatsApp, we will get lots of messages, especially for Happy Diwali time, function time, and every week I will get the Sai Baba devotees send to me. I'm also Sai Baba devotee, but if you're in a fasting, you will do this. You have to share this message to a particular person. If I click that link, it will open and it will show you Sai Baba will giving some ashirwad, something like that. This is their blessing. We thought it's a blessing. No, it's like a kind of information gathering. The people can able to understand what mobile phone you are using and which network you are using, where you located, all those stuff they can able to get it. So for first and foremost thing, they should not click the link. Before clicking the link, they have to copy and they have to paste in virustotal.com. I repeat, virustotal.com. They have to copy the link and they have to paste it. There they can able to find there is a malicious link or it's not a malicious link. They can cross check, then they can go further before clicking the link. So we have to think about twice and thrice. We can click the link or something like that. And after clicking the link, sometimes they will request you to install any APK files. We have to install some APK files. APK files, in no banks, no company will allow you. At the same time, they will not recommend you to install the APK files. You can go to the Play Store or you can go to the App Store. Then you can able to install, and for example, exe files also for Windows. You can able to go the particular proper site, and you can able to go to the resource manager, resource particular thing. Then you can able to download. Don't go to the link and suddenly download the APK file, something like that. It's absolutely, it's we will ready to lose our personal informations. So you have to cross check before that. Suppose you click that link, particular link, or you install any APK files, then you have to delete all the application which you are not installed already. You don't know that. So this is the first thing. Second thing, what you can able to do, you can uh, capture the backup, and you can able to reset the mobile, not restart, it's a reset mobile. And the second time you have to log in with your new email ID, not going with the same email ID, because the connection will not terminated. Sometimes it will be, maybe it is continued, that will be the another red flag. So you can able to log in with another mail ID. Even if you feel something bad about yourself, it is a cybercrime or cyberbullying, something like that. As Raghavi said, you have to go to the parents first. You have to tell them, I received this particular link, I clicked that mistakenly, I installed a particular application because I curious, maybe this is like a game. Most of the time they will send you like a game, or else they will send you like a Amazon offer, Flipkart offer, something like that. So unfortunately I click that. So please help me to recover this kind of thing. Unless you can go to the parents or the student counselor, and finally you can go to cybercrime police department as well. So policemen are ready to help us only. We thought, oh no, we should not go to the police department, we should not go to the court, something like that. We will feel afraid about that. No, cybercrime is ready to help us only, because how many people are rising cybercrime, then only that site will go down, or else they will take action more into a particular case. We have to give awareness to the police them, and also because they don't know what is happening in the internet, we have to tell them this is happening. That, for example, abc.com, it's sending a particular message, and that people are affecting our mobile phone or internet, something like that. We have to tell them, and they will take action based on that only. We have to raise a complaint more into that. So first thing you have to go, first thing, prevention is best than cure. So you have to go, before clicking the link, you have to go to virustotal.com. Based on the virustotal.com status, that is a clean or clear, or else it's a suspicious one, you can take action. Either if you click that link, you can go to reset the mobile, and you can able to log in with your new email ID. This is the second thing. And third thing, you can go to your parents counselor, or else teachers, or else elder people. You can get a good idea about from the cybercrime, something like that. Best part will be the parents. You should not hide anything from your parents until unless it's more than 18 plus. Not 18, 18, 21, even 20 plus also. I'm also revealing all those things to my parents, because they are good enough to share the things, and they will not judge you, and they will always support you. So this is my concern.
Thank you, sir, for sharing such clear and practical tips.
Thank you.
Our next question is for you, Ms. Raghavi. A parent discovers the child is being cyberbullied and immediately restricts all internet access, upsetting the child further. How can the parent balance safety with trust and autonomy?
So basically, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the question. Basically, in this situation, I can tell the parents what we do as a psychologist. If I tell that, a parent can do the same. If some students or some, if even their own child is facing that situation, they can tell these things to their child. So when we receive such cases, or if we receive such children in our clinic, what we do, we create a very safe environment for them. We never question them why you posted this, why you clicked the link, what made you to go there, why you went with your friends. Not such judgmental questions. because students, when we ask judgmental questions, it just shuts up them. They will never open up after those judgmental questions to us because they feel very unsafe even with us. I have a case. We had the same cyberbullying, and you know what? It was a three session, 3 hour. One session is for 1 hour. 3 hours, three sessions. She never opened up. She was continuously crying in front of me. I even my seniors went. They tried to talk up, but she never opened up. When the student they feel safe around us, only they will open up. So it's better to create a safe environment. As Sir mentioned, it is very good to open up to their parents. But parents, we want to create a safe space. The only luxury we can give to our children is we can assure that whatever happens, good or bad, I'm there for you. If the parents can give this assurance to the children, whatever happens, even the world against the student, they will come to their parents. So creating a safe space, and we should never judge the student because they are also in the learning phase. It's not like they are going into it and they are getting a trouble. They are in the learning phase. Even an adult, we doesn't know a difference between which is good link or which is bad link. We got a knowledge from sir now, right now. So it is like even adults doesn't know that, a kids will never know about those things, and in their mental support, in their mental age, they will never categorize those things. It's better to non-judge the students, create a safe space, and will wait for the students to open up, will wait for the kid to open up all the things. When they are done with all those things, we are not immediately supposed to jump into the solution. Okay, this is done, we will end this. We are not supposed to tell those things. We have to check what is their emotion, whether they are feeling ashamed, whether they are feeling embarrassed or fear, what emotion is taking place. We have to deal with that emotion. We can tell that even I faced such kind of situation, I came out. Such kind of real stories inspire the students to come out of this. So we have to help the students from the student shoes, not from our shoes. We have to step into their shoes and we have to help them. This is what we can do as a psychologist or even a parent.
Thank you for sharing such a thoughtful and practical approach to handling this sensitive situation.
A final question to you, sir.
Yes.
What skills should students develop to become ethical hackers? Is coding essential for entering this field? And what career opportunities are available in cybersecurity?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for asking this question because I'm not interested and I'm not good enough in coding. That's why I choose cybersecurity. So cybersecurity, not 100% needed coding, but some cases for scripting language, for scripting or something like that, we need coding knowledge. But for not 100%, they need to know understand about the first and foremost thing they have to understand about the PC, means a computer, what is RAM, what is ROM, and what is hard disk, and what is storage devices, this and that they have to understand. Like a PC building, they have to understand what is motherboard and what is monitor, what is its consign, so how it's evolved, the basic stuff they have to understand first. And second, they have to understand about the IP address, firewall, VPN, VLAN, something like that. Then they have to jump into server, like Microsoft server, Linux server, something like that. They have to understand Linux operating system, and Mac and Windows. They have to understand about the operating system, how it's working. Then they have to go to ethical hacking. So first, I can recommend them like a CompTIA A++ certification. They can go to and attend, and they can go. Third thing, they can go to the CCNA, Cisco Certified Network Association. Then they can go with MCITP, Microsoft Certified IT Profession, like a Windows Server and Client Association, and the security countermeasures, all those stuff. Then they can jump into the Linux and Linux operating system and Linux administration. These all come under blue team, cybersecurity blue team. They will think like a defender. They will think like a policeman, and how we can able to defend ourselves, and how we can able to defend from the cyber attack, how we can save and secure our data and mobile phone and computers and all. They will think like that. And second thing, like a red team, cyber security red team, they have to think like a attacker perspective. So then they can go jump into certified ethical hacking. So people thought we can directly go to certified ethical hacking. Yes, they can go from the EC council or some other thing. But if you don't know about the basic, you cannot able to build the empire. You will stuck somewhere, because you attack something, and you don't know how to rescue from that and how to recover the data from that attack. So none of the company will hire for hacking. They will hire you for ethical hacking. You should know how to defend from the cyber attack. They will hire you. If you know how I can perform attack, nobody will give you a job. Then you will be up to cyber crime, something like that. So they can go from that way, man. So first thing, I just want to conclude the thing, like unknown from the online, they have to avoid first of all. And the social engineering attack, it's increasing rapidly every day. They have to be aware in the social media, and you know the person, then only give the accept, or else don't give the accept friend request or something like that. You should not do that. So please mind this, and you can go as Raghu ma'am said. If you affected with the cyberbullying or something like that, you have to go to the parents as a counselor, something like that. And this is the very good one. And cyber security in nowadays is a part of our life, and we have to understand, wearing a helmet, it will prevent the accident and the injuries. The same thing, I just want to tell you that before clicking, you have to concentrate whether I can click or not, or else I can use the original OS and not cracked application. Even people are downloading application, like especially like video games from the unsafe portals. They should concentrate on that. We thought it's a game. No, it's attacker point of view. It is our monitoring tool. We can identify, we can access from our end to monitor you from the game. You're playing, but you're not playing. Your mom and dad account will freeze. Your that money will go to my account. Like if I'm an attacker, it will go my account. You will not. You will never about know about that. So please go to genuine sites, HTTPS websites, and genuine portal. You have to pay something because that's a genuine thing. You have to pay extra, and you download. You can play. You can perform lots of things. So I just want to recommend those things also, man.
I'm sure this will be helpful for our students on the skills and opportunities in this field.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Our final question for you, ma'am. How can daily habits like proper sleep, a healthy routine, and physical activity improve mental well being? And how can students maintain their confidence without being influenced by social media?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. So basically, when we think about mental wellness, the moment we think about mental wellness, we think that it is very big thing, it is very complicated, it is very luxury. But a simple task in our life that we perform is what mental wellness is. For example, sleep, a good food, even being hydrated, reducing a screen time, spending time with our friends and family members, doing some physical activities. These are the basic things that we can incorporate in our daily life so we can take care of our mind and brain in a good way. So, what we do when it comes to sleep, we can just eliminate our sleep for anything. When it comes to our studies, we sacrifice our sleep. When it comes to party, we sacrifice our sleep. Sleep is not just a thing that happens in our life. It is our emotional recovery. It is a psychological recovery we need to give to our brain. It's not like your body is taking a rest. I really recommend students, especially teenagers, to take at least 8 hours of sleep. It is mandatory. It's not luxury. It's like making your brain to process for the next day. If you're not doing this, your brain will start overreacting. If even a small emotion, we start to overreact, and we call it as, or we name it as, mood swings. It's not mood swings, it's because you're not giving enough sleep to your body. And when it comes to food, you must have a healthy food. Our gut is a second brain. Gut has a memory. Gut is our second brain. So we should be very much giving importance to our food as well. To in we are thinking to improve our mental health. And also, I recommend students to avoid their screen time, to reduce their screen time as much as possible. It's like a rabbit hole. We know this rabbit hole syndrome. You know what? This rabbit, just for enjoying and playing, it starts making a hole in the land, and it starts digging, and it ends up in such hole, and it could not find a way to come out. Rabbit stuck there, and it feels very suffocating. At last it leaves their life. Who digs this hole? A rabbit itself digged the goal. So this hole, we are doing it. And we are telling that, no, I'm not doing this. Someone else is doing this. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck there. You're doing it for yourself. We are just clicking the link. Maybe we are unaware of it. But we are doing this thing, and not others can take responsible. If you have done something, we have to take responsible as a rabbit. This is what we call it as the rabbit hole syndrome. But we are not rabbit, right? We have sixth sense to identify which is wrong and which is right. I want people, students, to use their sixth sense and to if it is an inappropriate for your mental health or even for the physical health, eliminate from your life. It doesn't matter how much you traveled in a wrong train. It will take so much of cost to come back, right? So step down immediately when you think it is a wrong train. Never travel in a wrong train for so long. It costs so much to come back. So mental health is not a luxury, it's for mandatory, even for you, for your parents, your teachers, everyone in this world. And also screen time, that if you think that screen time will not going to impact, and even my teachers is doing it, my parents is doing it, but my dear children, in this age you never know, you don't have a filter to filter whether it is good or bad. So it's good to avoid nowadays, and in future you can do it. But even it's good to reduce. We have this re-addiction center for smoking and alcohol nowadays. In psychological counseling, we have this re-addiction center even for mobile phone, because people started using mobile phone continuously for 12 hours. Even people have stopped their sleeping, eating, regular activities like a basic hygiene. They don't bath, they just use a couch, they sit there, they use their mobile. It is going to create a huge impact on our society. So, being this younger generation, we have to be very cautious about what we use, what we do, because my problem is not just my problem. It's going to impact my family, it's going to impact my school, it's going to impact my environment. So, think twice, take a decision before what you do. It's better to consult someone till you get a clarity. It's better to open up to your teachers, have a good friends with you to talk some things about these things. And every time, please approach your teachers, parents, or family counselors if you face any problem in your life. Mental health is not a luxury, it's a mandatory.
Thank you, ma'am. Those are simple yet powerful habits we all can follow for better mental well being. Now we would move on to the next part of the show. Some of our students are keen to conduct a rapid fire round with both of you. Over to you, Ishan.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to start off by saying I'm so pleased to have this opportunity to listen in and even talk to the esteemed guests before us. Now, I have a few rapid fire questions we, as the students, would like to pose to both of you. The first set of questions is to Chandra Prakash sir. Sir, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay,
Bit
then let's
nervous.
start. Which is one hobby you wish you had more time for?
Learning new things. Because
That's
whenever I
some
engage with any activity, it should be earning, or else it should be earning. I will learn from the system, or else I have a rack of books. I will read. That's it.
That's something worth making time for. I think we all tend to get busy, but hobbies are what keep us refreshed and motivated. Moving on, which is one app students trust too much but shouldn't?
Application.
Noted. We'll definitely be more careful after this. I'm sure everyone here is rethinking
No,
their app
I'm
usage.
asking like what you asked. Like you are asking about the application. Which application you can trust?
Yeah.
Internet is always unsafe place. Please don't trust any application.
Okay.
Either if you develop the application, please trust. That's it.
Yeah. So we'll definitely be more careful after this. On a lighter note, which is your favorite movie related to hacking or technology?
One hacking movie is there, so it's like a French movie. I like to do watch every year at least once. And another film is like an Nanban movie, like Three Idiots. You know that French movie I like to watch.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. That sounds really interesting. Definitely adding those to my watch list. Coming to your experience, what is one of the most ridiculous security mistake you have ever encountered?
It's like I never ever change my password. Sometimes before going into cybersecurity, I affected with cybersecurity issues, cybercrime issues, because my password may be like 1 2 3 4 5 6, something like that, or as my date of birth, my parents' date of birth, something like that. That is very common mistake I done it.
That's quite surprising, but also a great reminder that even smaller, silly mistakes can lead to serious security issues. And one last question. Have you ever gone a day without using any technology?
Yeah, sometimes when I'm went to Sabrimala, because that time we cannot able to get a proper charging point, and we cannot able to get the signal. Sometimes that time we should not use mobile phone.
That must have been quite a challenge in today's world. We really are more dependent on technology than we realize. Thank you so much for your spontaneous and insightful answers. It made the session even more engaging and enjoyable. It was truly a pleasure listening to you.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Over to you, Livdeep.
Good morning. As my co host Isham has stated before, I would also like to say that I am incredibly grateful to be provided this chance to hear from both of yours interesting and informative perspectives. I would now like to continue with a rapid fire round for Raghavi ma'am. Ma'am, are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Okay, starting. If life had an undo option, what's the first thing you'd undo?
I think I can undo my what can I undo? I can undo a mobile phone. Like I can go to the life where mobile phone is not there. I just be with my parents. Like we used to be in the child age, right? Even if you ask any adult, the answer will be the same.
Yeah, I mean, not for everyone, but yeah, that's a really interesting thought. It definitely makes us reflect on our choices and how they shape who we are. Building on that, what's the one word you would use to describe today's students?
The day of students,
Today's students.
today's
One
students.
word? Yeah.
Yes. So I'm working with schools, many schools as a school counselor. Seeing school children. They are really very enlightened. They are really very dedicated to learn. The difference I see from our generation to now this generation is they are like interested to learn things. I can say that they are dedicated and they started learning from them like by all the resource they have. They are not sticking to one resource. I can call them as enthusiastic learners.
That's powerful. Thank you, ma'am. I think many of us can relate to that. On a lighter note, what is your favorite movie or series that reflects psychology or human emotions?
Actually, there are such Tamil movies I can state, but mostly when it comes to movie, the psychology and psychiatrist, even psychiatrist, is shown as a comedy part. So I just stopped watching such movies. But we have that one movie which related to artism. So that brings so much of. I think it was some Hindi movie. It delighted to watch it. It talks about artism kids. So I loved watching that.
That's a great pick. We'll definitely check that out. Next, I'm curious to know, do psychologists secretly analyze everyone at events and gatherings?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Do psychologists secretly analyze everyone at events and gatherings?
Okay, we don't do it like secretly because we are in this field. So I'm suppose if I had one dentist friend, she used to tell me if I look at the person, I used to look at their teeth. It's their profession and they are doing it. So it's my profession, and when some people is talking to me, I just go to the empathized state and I used to ask them, "Are you okay? Are you feeling okay?" I can sense from their face, right? They are feeling okay or not. So it's not like I purposely do it, but I'm supposed to do it.
Oh, That's really a fun and interesting insight. Thank you, ma'am, for clearing that myth in such a simple way. Now, coming to the last question, what's the funniest or most surprising excuse you've heard from a student?
Surprising thing I hear from the students to take a bath. They tell that it's a holiday for a school, so I don't take a bath. They don't do some physical that basic hygiene. I don't brush even in my annual day, or like if they're having 10 days leave, they tell me why should I brush? It's like it's a holiday. No, I am not going to do this. This is the funny things I do listen from the students.
Have you ever heard of an excuse that you can relate to that you've done before?
Maybe they tell that I'm feeling tired, but when it comes to students, they are experts in giving that excuses. They tell me different kind of stories. Ma'am, I went there, like you people tell, no, I did my homework, but I kept my note in class home. Same
Yeah.
thing happens when I ask them, did you practice some techniques? I used to give some ice technique, taking an ice cube and keeping on our hand. When I ask students, did you did that, they tell me, ma'am, no, we didn't have electricity for yesterday whole day, and fridge is not working, the ice cube is not there. Feel like whole day you didn't have electricity, they tell me no.
That's a really good one. I'm sure many students here can relate to that. Thank you so much for the extensive knowledge we have gained, and even more so for your time. It was such a pleasure learning from you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Over to you, Rashmi, ma'am.
Thank you, students. I hope our guests enjoyed it as much as we loved hearing it from them. As we come to the close of this session, on behalf of the organizing committee of Delhi Public School Bangalore East, I extend my sincere gratitude to our esteemed guest for being a part of Firewalls and Feelings. Your valuable insights and engaging presence made this session truly impactful and enriching. I would also like to express my heartfelt thanks to our management, our respected principal, Dr. Manila Carvalho, and Vice Principal, Ms. Preeti Sutta, for providing such a meaningful platform that fosters our students' curiosity and growth. My sincere appreciation goes to the head of the Computer Science Department, Ms. Vikranti Ashtikar, for her constant guidance and mentorship. I would also like to thank the head of the English department, Ms. Sonali Roy, and Ms. Sioni Dikshit from the English department for their continuous support and encouragement. Special thanks to Ms. Aparna for her technical assistance. Last but not the least, I extend my gratitude to all parents, teachers, and students for being such an amazing audience. As we conclude, let us remember that while the digital world offers immense opportunities, it also demands awareness, responsibility, and caution. Staying informed is the key to staying safe. Thank you all and have a great day ahead. We now request our guests to kindly stay back for the group photo.
Aparna ma'am, we can stop the recording. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rakari ma'am. Thank you so much for being
Thank you. Our pleasure.
joining us today. I would now request everyone